So I was scrolling through Facebook one night, and I ended up talking to one of the organizers of the New York Gambler 500, and he told me about this race, the Maple Syrup Mayhem. It's in the Adirondacks, 75 laps endurance race. First one across the line gets $500, and it's in about a month. And I was like, no way, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a mechanic. Everything I've learned off YouTube. Like, I've never even been in a wheel-to-wheel race before. But he convinced me eventually, and 15 minutes later, I found an ad on Facebook Marketplace for a car, and 30 minutes later, I'm on the way to this dude's house, and in about an hour, this beautiful gem of a car is sitting in my driveway. A 2006 Mazda 3, 200,000 miles. It's got the 5-speed manual, and it's already got some weight reduction from the factory, or courtesy of upstate New York. It's almost too nice. I picked it up for $450, and it's gonna kind of hurt me to have to tear the interior out and cut a hole in the hood and do everything else we need to do to it, you know, to make it able to race. Now, my buddy sent me the list of rules for the race, the things the car needs to be able to pass tech. So we got to lose all the windows. We have to lose the interior. Everything's got to be stripped out. We have to cut a 12-inch by 12-inch hole in the hood. The windshield's got to go if it's got a crack in it. There's a little crack in the corner. We need a door bar, and we need a window net. And those are just the things off the top of my head. It's also going to need some tires and some sway bar links. But other than that, it's in pretty good shape. The suspension's nice and tight, the steering's tight. Though it might have one fatal flaw. So the car runs pretty nice. It doesn't have any exhaust leaks. The engine feels smooth. The steering's nice and taut. The brakes actually work pretty well. It's surprisingly good for a $450 car. It does have a few issues though. First, let me get this thing started with the right key. So we're sitting at 200,306 miles. Engine sounds healthy-ish. So I noticed occasionally we get a oil pressure light that comes on. It's not coming on right now. Oh, now we're rolling. Okay. Let's let it warm up a bit. So there's a few minor issues with this car. I think the biggest one, it won't pass inspection because of all the rust. If we take a look at the wheel wells here, they're not exactly in good shape. And if we walk around the car here, we got a bunch of rust bubbles. None of that matters to me for what I'm doing with the car, but that might explain why I got it so cheap. We're just missing this corner right here, so it'll save a few ounces in weight, help us go a little faster. The brakes are definitely gonna be changed before the race. The roof rack I'm probably gonna keep. Like every single car I own, the handbrake doesn't work, so it's gotta be parked in gear. Doesn't sound too bad. It looks like it was actually maintained throughout its life. It's like a one-owner car-ish. It was like a guy and his sister. Oh. It looks like it comes with an extra belt. so that's nice. I still got to get it on the road. I'm gonna have to go to the DMV and grab some plates and insure it. Shouldn't be too much, probably 30 bucks a month to insure it. It's almost a shame, you know, it's my favorite color. And it's my favorite interior color combo. But the theme of the event is maple syrup, and the car with the best maple syrup theme wins $100. So I think the name of this car from now on will be Mrs. Sputterworth. I know, it's very corny, but that's what we came up with, and we'll probably look up what the NASCAR decals are for some breakfast brand, and we'll go with that. Make some stickers, because those add some horsepower. And yeah, just going to deal with some minor issues. We're going to change the sway bar links. Those the previous owner said were bad. I already got those ordered. They're in the garage. Got a nice cheap battery. Alright, let's see if that oil light came on. It's not there.
It will come.
So, the fatal flaw that I was talking about earlier. This light, right there. That is an oil pressure light, and it can be one of many things. It's either a bad sensor, hopefully, because that's like a $5 part, and that means we're good to go, or it means the engine's worn out and it's not able to maintain oil pressure because the tolerances have gotten too big, and that could cause us big problems on race day. And one of the ways that you can kind of tell it's more the worn out engine scenario is when you rev it up, the oil pressure light will go away. And when I rev it up, the light goes away. We're idling, light's there, give it some gas, goes away. So I think that means the gauge, the sensor is fine. It's just the engine might be. So what we're gonna do about that? Absolutely nothing. I don't know how to change an engine, so I'm not changing an engine before the race. I'll probably just put some heavier oil in it and just send it. But, you know, hopefully if she blows up, she blows up in spectacular fashion. Redlining. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. I just hope it makes it most of the way through the race, if not all the way through the race. And it's not just gonna blow up on the first lap. That would be pretty bad. But who knows? I mean, it's a mostly Japanese car. I have faith in Japanese manufacturers. I'm a Toyota fanboy, so we're just gonna send it as is and hope for the best. All right, so we're gonna take Miss Sputterworth out on a test drive and see how she goes. So far, so good. I mean, the steering feels tight. The clutch is good. It's the original clutch, and we're at 200,000 miles. It feels pretty good. I would feel comfortable taking this around a racetrack. Like I said, our biggest issue is this oil pressure light that goes away when we give it some gas. But the transmission feels good, pedals feel tight. Like I said, man, this is gonna be a shame to tear this car apart. It's quite nice. It was well taken care of. For $450, you can't beat that. So my friend Ian told me about this thing called Restore. We can dump into the oil, and maybe that'll help us a little bit. Let me know if you guys have any ideas for how to fix low compression on an engine with 200,000 miles without replacing it. So that's it. That's Mrs. Sputterworth, my newest addition to the junk box fleet. Time will tell. Next video, we're gonna detail more specifically the things we're gonna do to it, and it'll probably be us ripping the inside out and cutting the hole in the hood and all that good stuff. If anybody needs a Mazda 3 interior, let me know. But more videos to come.
If you like this video, please like or smash the subscribe button.
So, to help support my box addiction, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and maybe I'll buy some more pieces of junk and do some stuff with them. Thank you.